Live from Los Angeles. Welcome back to Good Morning LaLa Land. We are honoring hashtag Monday Motivation, and this girl is all motivation right here. Acting, directing. You are just slaying it in Hollywood, aren't you? Yeah. Tell us a little bit about your journey to becoming a filmmaker.
Oh, man. Well, I started acting when I was 6 years old. My parents and I moved down to LA from Portland, Oregon when I was 8. They're crazy enough to listen to a little girl saying that she had a dream.
Aww.
I don't know what was wrong with them. They're crazy. But I started doing that, and then I grew up on a soap opera, pretty much, Days of Our Lives, and I did a bunch of little spots and bigger films and indie films. I'm going to stop you just for a second.
You grew up on soap opera, and you breezed right over that. What's that like for you?
It was so much fun. It's a lot like being in a play, because you're shooting so much a day that you end up only having one take on things. And I came from a big theater background, which is, I think, partly why I got the job, because when you're on soap opera, you have a whole episode, and now sometimes it's like 2 or 3 that they're filming a day. But it was great. Everyone was so nice. It was like a little family. My set teacher on that taught me yoga when I was 11. It was pretty cool.
So you just knew, as a young girl, you just knew.
Yeah.
Interesting.
100%. I started singing and watching Little Mermaid and stuff when I was 4. And from there I became a singer, and then I had this little show that I did around the Pacific Northwest area. It was a 13-song, one-woman show that I was doing when I was 6. I'm insane.
Wow.
I don't know how I did it. But a talent scout was there, and they saw me, and they asked if I'd ever considered acting. And I was like, what's that? Took a class, and I was like, cool, this is it.
Fast forward 2 days of our lives.
Yeah.
So your parents weren't theatrical or anything like that?
No, nobody in my family was. Just me. Just this one.
Little girl, big dream.
Little girl, big dream, yeah. So after that, I just kind of started creating our own stuff with my mom, actually. I got to an age where I wasn't booking things because there were 25-year-olds who could play 16. And they don't need set teachers, and they don't need moms, and they don't need people to travel with them. So my mom and I came up with a series that she wrote, and we produced it back when web series weren't a thing, called Misbehave. And then from there we started doing films, and it's taken off like wildfire. It's crazy.
So now you're a director, producer, and I mean, that's really amazing.
Thank you.
It's such a young woman.
You made your directorial debut this year with To the Beat. Tell us a little bit about the film.
To the Beat is a teen dance film in the vein of Camp Rock, High School Musical, Step Up, and it's about 2 girls. They're twins, and they enlist in this competition to be in their favorite pop star's new music video. And of course, there's the rival who lives across the street who thinks she's the better dancer. So it's really fun. It's a dance film, but it also has a lot of family and heartfelt moments. And I mean, the big lesson at the end of it is just being kind will get you farther, and to always support your friends and family.
Why did you choose? Yeah.
It's right up my alley.
I'm wondering why you chose this script and this story as your directorial debut.
Well, actually, the 2 girls who play the twins, we've known one of them for a very long time, since she was about 4 years old. And her mom and the other one's dad came to us and said that they wanted to do a dance film or something that their daughters could act and dance in. And we said, okay, let's figure it out. So my mom and I wrote it. She did basically the script. I just helped with the outline. And from there, I decided, you know what? I've always wanted to direct. I think this is perfect for me. I've grown up doing this. I know how to talk to children, talk to teenagers. And it was kind of one of those things where you're hit with an opportunity and you're like, oh, yeah. This is perfect. I love it. Let's do it.
There's nothing better than a dance movie, in my opinion.
I
know. Growing up with Grease, growing up with these,
Flash
these can become cult movies, and people watch them over and over again because they make you feel so good when you watch them.
100%. And there's been a total lack of dance films, especially for that age recently. So I think we totally hit the market, and we created something really fun, and I think we're actually going to do a sequel, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Cool. Yeah.
So what does it feel like? Probably people are like, how did you do this? How do you break into Hollywood? What do you think the secret really is?
Honestly, for me, I think I've always just followed my passion. And because I focus on that and I don't focus on the other things that you could focus on in this industry, I think that's led me to where I am, because all I want to do is create. At the end of the day, if I'm acting, if I'm directing, if I'm producing, all I want to do is be creating something constantly. And I think if you follow that, then things are just going to line up for you. I've always believed in the universe giving you the things that you need.
Amen,
So
sister.
powerful. Did you ever have a moment when you considered quitting or you wanted to give up?
I mean, there was definitely a couple moments when I was a teenager and I wasn't booking things that I was like, what am I doing? Is this crazy? This is crazy.
You have those
But-
conversations too?
Yeah, constantly in his head. Brain doesn't stop like you were talking about. Never. But at the end of the day, I love it too much. And there's really nothing else that I'd want to be doing.
That's so interesting. So it was the passion and the love that kept you going.
100%.
Yeah. Were you able to regain or find your confidence again as well? Or
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think I'm far past that at this point. I'm one of those people that I love challenges. So when things are presented to me, I'm like, okay, let's do this. I can do this.
So you have a new film,
Yes.
Pretty Broken, premiering next month at the Newport Beach Film Festival. Tell us a little bit about the film.
Oh man, this film is my everything. We've been working on it for 4.5 years.
Wow.
And it's finally premiering, and it's about a college dropout who doesn't really know her place in life, has lost contact with most of her family except for her father. Her father is a professor, and he gets lost on an expedition in the Himalayas. And everyone else has come to terms with the fact that he's probably dead. And she says, there's no way that's happened to me. And kind of hatches this plan to go over to the Himalayas to try and find him. Obviously, she never really gets there. But it's that journey of denial and dealing with things at a young age and going through a divorce and all of
Being
these other
pretty
things.
and broken.
Being pretty and broken. But we're really, really proud of this film. It's been everything for me. It's been the best acting opportunity, best producing experience. I'm so, so, so excited for it.
Sounds very spiritual.
It's definitely, it has its moments. It's funny too, because it's a drama, and the things that are, in it are very heavy, but it's also really funny. Like, there are some wild characters in it where you're just like, who are you? What are you doing in this story? It has a very, Garden State,
Oh yeah.
500 Days of Summer type of feel.
That's a good feel.
That's a
Yeah.
good. That's a great.
That's my
film.
favorite
Yeah. I would say it's a great flick for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What's so incredible about is that your passion is so pure. It really is. You can feel it as you're talking to you. And I wonder, for people that don't know what their passion or their purpose is, what words of advice might you offer them?
I would just say try as many things as you possibly can to try and find that. I know that it's hard for a lot of people, and I was very lucky to just instinctually know it. But I'd say just get out there and try things. Like, go bike. I don't know, go do something to try and figure out exactly what it is that you love to do, and follow that.
It's such a good point, because I think the challenge with a lot of us is trying to think our way there. You have to really experience things, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. And if you're stuck in a job that you don't like, yeah, the money's good and all that stuff, but you should really be doing something that you love, because if you die tomorrow, you want to say, oh, I had a great time and I did what I really like to do.
Amen to that one.
I know you're also involved in several different charities. Tell us a little bit about your nonprofit work.
Well, I got involved in a lot of animal charities at a young age, going to a bunch of different events and stuff with the shows that I was on. And from there, I'm a huge animal person. I love animals. I love my dogs. I have 2 rescue dogs that I'm obsessed with. So for me, I like to spend a lot of time helping the local shelters and rescues, because I think it's very important to actually get into it locally as well. Obviously being a spokesperson for a big organization is great, but you should do the work at home too. There's so many dogs and animals out there in Los Angeles who need homes.
So what do you do when you're on set? Because when you're filming, it's a lot of time away. What do you do with your animals?
My dad watches them.
Okay.
Mom and dad watch them. Yeah, they watch them. And then I have a little pet camera that I can look at to check in on them.
A nanny cam.
Yeah, a little nanny cam. I can give some treats and stuff too. But for me, yeah, I've always been a big animal activist, and I'll always be. the best things in the world.
Oh.
I love animals.
So what's the actual foundation? How do you help?
I don't work
animals?
with one specific one. I
Mhm.
kind of just like go around and help different ones. I know a lot of rescue people. So I've fostered for a lot of different organizations. I've helped rehome. I'll get calls every once in a while being like, there's this dog at a shelter and I have somebody who wants to adopt it. Can you go get it? I'm like, sure. Yeah. 1 second. I'll just drop that. Go get the dogs. So for me, it's more about helping like universally.
Yep. Love it.
It's a universal responsibility.
Right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. So it's about that. And I love, 2 of my dogs came from Life for Paws, which is a great rescue organization. The other one came from the shelter. I think just
We
helping
love that.
locally.
Yeah, we have a lot. So where can people find you? Where can they find your films?
Well, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It's just Jillian Clare, Clare, Erin Clare. And then you can find Pretty Broken on all the sites too. Most of it is just Pretty Broken Film, I believe, and To the Beat is To the Beat Film as well.
Okay, great.
Love your heart.
Love it so
Yeah.
much. Keep up all the great work
Thank you
and
so much.
being a role model for so many women out there. Thank you
Oh,
so much.
Thank you,
Yeah.
guys.